Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing better than me this morning. Um, Mentally, I'm okay, like normal. I'm in a decent mood. But physically, I cut the hell out of my fingers last night on the way to work. So, yeah, I don't like that. I'm usually pretty good about not cutting myself. I'm not one of those people that has band-aids on my hands all the time. So it was so bad, I had to stop at the market and grab some band-aids because it was pretty bad. Probably need stitches, but super glue will work. I've got a bandage on it. I'm just going to kind of leave that on there for a little while and see if it closes up a little. But yeah, still in a good mood. So good morning, Mr. Ed, Mr. TC, Mr. B Shady, drummer, Pete, Scott, everybody. Glad you're here. This is another day that I'm going to need y'all to help me get through the day because I was super busy at work last night and didn't get a chance to prepare anything to talk about today. So we are just here to wing it and talk about knives. If we need to go browse something, we'll go browse something, but we'll figure it out just like we always do. Y'all can tell me what you're carrying today and talk about some new knives you're buying or thinking about buying or something. But we'll get by. We're just talking knives anyway. I mean, hell, how hard can it be? I did get a couple of new knives in the mailbox yesterday. I do think I will be getting a new knife in the mailbox today, so that's always cool. The knife that cut my thumb so bad last night was the saber tooth. I was opening knife boxes while I was driving in the car on the way to work, and somehow I reached across with my saber tooth already open to grab something out of my other hand, and I push cut my left thumb pretty dang deep. Yeah, Ed, I saw that button barber. I really like it. The barber is another one that I've been thinking about getting for a while now. And after seeing yours, it made me want it even more. But I guess the saber tooth is officially mine now, because they say until it bites you, it's not really yours. There you go, TC. TC just said the same exact thing as I did. So 30 seconds from now, you'll hear me say the same thing TC just said. But yeah, it bit me. So yeah, it was that one. I had that in the front pocket. After it bit me, I kind of got mad at it and swapped it out for another knife that I got in the mailbox yesterday. And then later on in the night, this knife cut me. So this knife cut my right thumb. It was in my back pocket. And I had taken my wallet out for something, and I put my wallet back. And I guess when I did that, I hit the crossbar or something because the blade came open about, ow, ow, ow. Yeah, the left thumb is hurt bad. I guess it came open in my pocket. And then I reached in later with my right hand and I cut my right thumb. So both my thumbs are damaged. My left one is pretty bad. It's going to take a while to heal. Yeah, Ed, that anode job did look super pretty on that knife. So I got bit on both thumbs last night But my left one is pretty bad. It is going to stay cut for a while. Luckily, I'm not left-handed, so... Oh, Ed, you're so sweet. One of the knives that I received in the mailbox that swapped out for the Sabertooth was this thing. And I'm way more impressed with it than I thought I would be. It is a Hinderer full track clone. And this color in the pictures looked terrible. And it doesn't look bad at all in person. And everything about this thing is super nice. The action on it is perfect. It's got some really cool ergos on it that I haven't seen on other knives very often, and that is, it's got this big cutout here where two fingers fit in perfectly. And then it's got this cutout back here where your thumb fits into perfectly. Yeah, Ed, mine was terrible. It's a second knife. I'll explain. I got another knife. Tonight, this week is not my week on knives. I've gotten some terrible QC issues. But anyway, this one has a nice finger groove on the back and two fingers here, and it makes it super comfortable. Anybody that's held a Hinderer knives know that he does the end of his knives very comfortable for the palm. The XM18, all of them curve in and fit really good. They feel really good against the palm there. And so these two lockups, it makes this knife super comfortable. Another super cool thing about this knife is it's got the takedown tool as the backspacer. So it's got a little wrench that's built into the backspacer. And it's got a little spring. I don't know if you can see that spring. See that little spring? That little spring is what applies pressure to kind of hold it in place, lock it in place. It's a pretty cool little tool. This is the Hinderer full track. I do think these sides are titanium because they've been anodized. I don't know if you can see underneath the clip, but it's kind of got a purple color to this gold kind of color. So I think these are titanium. But the blade on this thing is so heavy it just drops shut. Great action on it. Cool knife. Some people haven't ever handled Hinderer knives, and if you haven't, you'll see once you hold one, you'll understand what I'm saying about them being very comfortable in the palm. This one, very comfortable knife. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, so I swapped that out for the Sabertooth when it bit me. So I had that and that most of the night. And then one that I got one in the mail that I would like to show a couple of videos on. Let me figure out how to share these the easiest way. Let's see. I hate the fact that Discord makes you pay for things that are of a large size. So let me see here. If I can figure out how to get these two videos sent. One is before tuning, and the other one is after tuning. And there's a huge difference. So I've gotten two knives this week that were terrible as far as trying to open them. This was one of them. I had to fix it. While I'm waiting on these files to upload, let's go check out the Discord because it's going off. Maybe people are showing some stuff they're carrying today. Let's check that out. I was looking at the for sale stuff, but we have some knife picks. Ed is showing us some beautiful hinderers, but the way the back of his handles curve into the palm, they're really comfortable. So that is one of them. And this is another one. As you can see, they both have that rounded back curve on them, and then the finger choils on them make them super comfortable as well. Some people are hinderer fans and some people are not. Kind of surprising a little bit to me because I would think more people would have handled one or would like them. Now let me see if I can figure out how to get the files that I sent to my drive. I don't know that they are finished uploading yet. No, they're not. So we'll continue on with the Discord and other discussions until then. But yeah, pocket check. Yeah, Scott put his pocket check. I forgot. Or somebody put a pocket check. Yeah, Scott put his this morning. He has got a Riot PL XT, Kaiser Feist, a Leatherman Wave, an Energizer Light, and a Retro 51 Rollerball pen. So all that looks super cool. Got him a Zippo lighter and some old coins. That one coin is a year older than I am. Nice. Then Mr. Nick T is carrying his Chevron and his Evo. Nice watch, nice Seiko, and a nice bolt action pen. And then Mr. Ed showed some nice pictures of his barber with the nice titanium laser ano on it. Along with, I believe, a video. Super cool. Watch that again. Yep, super cool knife. And there we go. Links. Pete posted a exclusive black on black Spyderco smock that he just released. And Lou posted a Nefaris on eBay that is number 3 out of 155. That's a cool knife. Yesterday, Sever posted a Valhund that was in stock on Blade HQ, and I'm just not a fan of Blade HQ, so I posted a couple of extra links. Whoops, I didn't show the links. Whenever I click, okay, I'll go back. But yeah, I'm not a a fan of Blade HQ, so I posted a couple of other links that show the same price on Amazon and one more place. So this is the link Sever showed on Blade HQ. You can get the same knife on the Vosteed website, and they have some promo codes you can get and free shipping where Blade HQ charges you shipping. Same price there, and then same price on Amazon with free shipping. Get it pretty quick. That's a super cool Laconico knife that's been on my list for a while. I just wish it was cheaper. I don't want to pay $180 for it. I want to get it a little cheaper. And then here's I guess y'all saw that picture, but you didn't see the actual eBay ad for it. Zack Attack Shack. And then the link that Pete sent is this one. There's a guy on Reddit that runs a knife shop that posts quite often, and it's called it's that shop what's the name of it? Well, I guess I'll just have to find it. I could have sworn I just went to it a little while ago. Yeah, Freedom Knife Shop. So he has some really good deals on some Spyderco knives, and his number one seller for this week was the Smock. And he has really good, like I said, he's got really good prices. He's got one for $228 right now. His top 10 this week have been these right here. The Smock, the Manix 2, the Yojimbo 2 in black, the Spidey Chef Salt, the Bodacious, the Bel Air Magna Cut, the Sage 5 Salt Magna Cut, the Ikuchi, the Chaparral Lightweight, and the Para 3 Crew Carta. But he's got some of the best prices on Spydercos that you can find. So like this Spidey Chef Salt, let's see how much it is. $303 with LC 200N blade steel. $171. What is the Ikuchi? Aha. Para 3 Crew Carta. It's a good price for it. Brand new one. But like I said, if y'all haven't checked out Freedom Knife Shop, you need to check it out. It's pretty cool. Alright, let me see if my Google Drive has finished. I believe it has. So let me download these two videos. Download. And download. Download anyway. Save. Download. Oh, yeah, Pete, good call on that Freedom Knife Shop thing. I wasn't totally familiar with that process. Come on, why? Okay, download anyway. Save. A little bit of time left on these downloads. Let's see what the price is once you do that. So $206, adding to cart. Proceed to checkout. Let me make sure my info doesn't somehow pop up. Oh, we're losing stream again. Every time I use Firefox for some reason. Well, anyway, when you go through the process, they drop way down, the prices supposedly. I don't know why we're lagging. I don't know what happened. Good morning, Mr. Ron Crow. I noticed yesterday when I said that it was lagging that it didn't really affect the video much, it didn't seem. So y'all let me know if I am lagging, if my voice sounds weird, or if it stopped. If it stopped broadcasting, I'm not sure. Can y'all see my hand? Can you hear me? Is it messed up or is it working okay? Sometimes I don't trust this OBS thing telling me that I'm lagging, because it didn't seem like I was a couple of times. I am downloading a couple of 400 megabyte files, but they're almost done. Okay, so the knife that I got that's in question is one that Pete showed a link to. It is a Tucson. And I forgot the actual model number on it. White Mountain Knives. It is the TS 576. And it is another knife by the same guy that made the Eclipse. He actually commented on my Reddit post for the Eclipse. But it is a beautiful knife. Let's go check out the Discord for a second while I'm wiping the oil off. What do we got going on in the Discord? Pocket check. Some more pictures. TC's pocket check. Got some heat. Got that Flix. All three of those came from Bluminati. The AM8 Flix. Sorry. Which is Migron. The Tucson TS426 and the Tucson 369. Great looking knives. I love that shredded carbon fiber on the, was it 269, I guess? So yeah, beautiful. B Shady coming in hot with the pocket check. With the heaters. I like that slip. I like your slip for the American Blade Works. I like all of it. That pry bar is pretty funky too. It's got a right angle attachment. Yeah, so there's the slip. Love the TRMs. Yeah, you got some heat today, B Shady. You're coming in hot with the pocket check. All right, I think we're back and good again. I think it was just because I was downloading those files from Google Drive and it was maxing out my connection. But yeah, so the guy on Reddit Um, let's see. The maker actually commented on my post. I don't know why I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I want to read it properly. Yeah, I made this post about the new Kubi Eclipse, and I got a comment down here that said, "Thank you. Happy to see my designs here." It's Panarin Designs. Sorry, I couldn't remember if it had a U in it before the N, like pawn. It's Panarin Designs. So he was happy to see his design up here, which was cool. Yeah, drummer, it shouldn't be like that anymore if you're still having that problem, because my connection shows stable again. What's a halogen? Halogen? It's a halogen. Huh? You're trying. What's a halogen, Ed? I'm confused. Anyway, the same guy that made that knife made this Tucson in question. So, beautiful knife, beautiful lines on it. It was only $72 on White Mountain Knives. It's got K110 blade steel. It's got his logo right there again. It's the TS 576, $71.99. Great price. So I took it out and I tried to open it and I couldn't. And I will show you a video of how it was acting. And I know how to open knives. I do it pretty often. So this is a video of it before I fixed it. If I can find said video. All right, which one is which? This is the first one. Loop, speed, playback, ready to go.
Here you go, man. No biased, just straight up video.
Stop playing. Stupid video. All right, let's try this again.
Here you go, man. No biased, just
So
straight
it's
up
sideways,
video.
and we can't hear it. Why can't we hear it? Huh. Oh, I know why. I think. Hold on.
Here you go, man. No biased, just straight up video.
Give me a second. Gotta fix a couple of things. Come on. Act right, OBS. Advanced audio properties. Monitor on. Alright. Now rotate. Transform clockwise. There we go. Full screen. Oh. Now go back to full screen. It wants to act crazy. Hopefully we can hear it this time. Anyway, I'm trying to open this knife.
No biased, just straight up video.
And my thumb just keeps slipping off because of how hard it is. I finally got it to
Man.
open.
It's tough. Lock.
All right.
D10 is strong. Ow. Look at the mark on my thumb. Well, you can't see, but it's making.
It's actually making a red
instantly.
mark already on my
Hurting.
thumb. So I was having to try my hardest to open that thing, and it would not open. So I took it apart. I took a ton of pressure off the D10. Off the lock bar, and it turned it into a knife again that I was about to return. And if you look at the knife, you can see that he put a cutout on this side so you can get to the thumb stud. But the way I couldn't even open it from this side because of how tight it was, when I flipped it over to reverse flick it, he didn't put the little place in there. So the angles on it, there was no way I was going to be able to reverse flick it with that much power, as hard as it was to open with my regular thumb. Like, I knew I was never going to be able to reverse flick it. So I took it apart, lightened the pressure, and I turned it into a knife that now I'm going to keep because it's got perfect action. It opens super easy. You can tell now how much easier, like, it doesn't take any effort. And it made it so nice that now I can even reverse flick it easily. So twice this week I've gotten knives that normal people, if they didn't really get into tuning it, would have sent back because of how bad they were. This one was terrible. You can see on the video, if I play it one more time here.
Here you go, man. No biased, just straight up video.
I'm trying as hard as I can to get that open.
Man, tough. Lock. The D10 is strong. Ow. Look at the mark on my thumb. Well, you can't see, but it's making a red mark instantly.
Anyway, so tuning your knives is very, very important because it turned this knife into a perfect. I love the look of it. I love the lines of it. I love the shape of the blade. I love the $72 price. I love the fact that it's a beater that I got for $72 with K110 blade steel that I can not worry about, hurting. So if you do get one of these and yours is like mine was, all you got to do is take it apart and bend the lock bar. So I was concerned that I took too much pressure out of it because it's only got about 20% lockup now. But I have done all kinds of table whacks not holding the lock bar. I'm not touching the lock bar at all. And I've whacked the hell out of it. And since this lock bar is so thick, I don't think it's going to move back any at all. So even though it's only got 20% lockup now, it's pretty much drop shut. It is drop shut once you get it past the... So, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, I had to tune my saber tooth too. Like, it was just as bad. It was just as bad as that one was, and now it's just simple. Ed said his saber tooth was fine, but this one was the same way. It actually hurt my finger trying to unlock it. There was so much pressure, and I checked when I took it apart. The lock bar was all the way almost at 100%, and now it's just perfect. So, once again, I implore you to try to tune your knives if you don't like them, instead of just getting rid of them. Because I was very close to this being the second knife from White Mountain Knives this week, or second knife this week, sorry, that I was about to return. But luckily, I don't mind getting into them. And even if I was going to return it, I was going to try to fix it first, which I did, and I'm glad I did. Because now it's just another great Tucson for the collection. Yeah, Pete, I don't know. I guess because I'm in the center of the country a little more. Somebody asked about a knife a minute ago. Who asked about a knife, and which knife did you ask about? Knife in the middle, Sever7 asked. Drummer, I did not return the Kubi because I figured out that you can just barely touch the crossbar on it and get it to work. But it has definitely got issues. Like I will stand by that 1,000%. There's nobody that has that knife that could say it was a great knife and be right in their assessment. It is. I could have sworn I put it in my Kubi. Wait. I don't know where I put that knife. Oh, here it is. So yeah, this one, like, I don't care who you are. If you pull this thumb stud, I mean, you pull the crossbar all the way, it's not going to close. Like, and we took it apart, I adjusted, but if you just tap the crossbar, sorry, I keep calling them thumb studs. If you just tap the crossbar, it becomes a usable knife. And it'll open and close good if you just barely tap it. Like, you have to just tap the crossbar, and it's functional. So now that I know how to make it work okay, I'm okay with it because I like the look of it, and I'm not going to get the price again that I got for it. It was on a special price, and I got it for super cheap compared to how much it's supposed to be. So that's why I kept it. I love my Kubis, and like I wanted to be a fan of it, and I bought it twice, you know, like I've got, 30 plus Kubis, and I don't have anything against the full and the half track. Oh, if this is the one you were asking about, Sever, this is the full track, and they make a half track, and super comfortable knife. And cool thing about it, like if you weren't here, it's got the takedown tool as the back spacer, and it doesn't need it to hold the knife together. The knife is fine without it, but it's got a little spring in the back here that holds it in this little curved area, that holds the little curved area in. So when you put it in the back, it's springing, it's holding it sprung forward on that first screw. You can see it's the spring is what's holding it in place, locks it in place. Cool little thing. The half track is this one's little brother. It looks a lot better. The color looks a lot better than it did in the pictures. But the action on this thing is sick. The fuller could be a little deeper on it. You can reverse flick off the fuller, but you have to get all of it. Like, sometimes your finger slips off. So the fuller could be a little deeper to help with the reverse flick. But came super sharp. Blade's cool. Whole thing's cool. It's a cool knife. I don't know what the 18 of 52 is, but I know there's 52 cards in a deck. So I counted up to the 18th. I was trying to count up to the 18th card, but it depends on which suit you started with. Yeah, let's go look at the half tracks and the full tracks really quick. And then I'll bring up another question I have kind of regarding regarding Hinderer and other companies. I've got a question I want to ask y'all. So, Hinderer full half track. So the half track is same knife except smaller. 2.75 inch blade. So folding knives, let's see. So as you see, the back end of all his knives are curved like that, most all of them. His automatics, his XM18 Slippy. The Eclipse is not as curved on the back as the rest. But here's the half track and the full track side by side, so you can kind of see the difference. You can see how much room the clip takes up on the half track compared to the full track. And MP1. So he said the half track Warney knife. Tri-way. Magna cut. Working finish. Wow. Yeah, that is a cool little knife. Be shady. Super cool knife. You have a Project X TC. That's awesome. Which one was that? Oh, right here. Yeah, I like that blade shape a lot. Clip point. The Battle Bronze here. That's pretty cool. Whoops. Where are we at? Right here. Yeah, what was the other? Man, that red looks good in that picture. With the dark blade. That red looks really good. Ed doesn't like the handles, evidently. So, do they make a Project X add-on titanium scales? I'm guessing so. Scales and hardware. There we go. Project X titanium working finish. What else does he have? Stonewash. Well, that's awesome. All right, so question of the day. Is this. So, for example, when you talk about a knife company, let me see if I can word this properly. Do you call the company by, let me see how I word this exactly right. So, if I was to ask you about this knife, for instance, and you weren't really totally familiar with who made it or whatever, and I said, oh, it's a Hinderer knife, would you refer to that? Would your response be, he makes good knives, or they make good knives? So I know this is very semantic and very pointless, really, the question, and it's not a huge, like, topical question, but would your answer be, he makes good knives, or they make good knives? Because my response would be, he makes good knives, because it is a company started by Rick Hinderer, and he grew the company, and the fact that he grew it big enough to maybe need some employees and whatever, does that turn it into a they automatically, or is it still a he? And if you went to a blade show and you walked up to him and you said, maybe, I guess, you guys, or you were talking to the guy next to him and you said, they make great knives, would he be offended if you said they instead of he? So Sever 7 says he makes good knives. So at what point does the company go from a he to a they? If the company, in my opinion, and I'll just throw this out there, if the company was started by one guy making knives and he grew that company big enough to need employees, it's always going to be a he company. He makes good knives, not they make good knives, because regardless of whether they outsource it or not, it's still his company and he grew it. So that's what I'll always say is he. But if the company started out like a Kubi or a Kaiser, where there's no one person, it's a company entity, that's when I say they make good knives. And then if a guy only makes one kind of knife, like Pete's saying, I think, then does that make it a he company if he only makes one kind of custom or just customs and he doesn't ever outsource it? So I guess once you get it OEM'd by somebody else, are you becoming a they? Or are you still a he that just has more sales than he can handle? So I don't know. It's a weird question, but it's just a question, because I don't want to go up to a maker at a booth somewhere and say, you know, you guys, you know, y'all make great, or, you know, they make great knives, when he would be offended and it's me, it's all me, I did this. Yeah, I would say he makes good knives for CRK. I would say he makes good knives because he designed them all and it's got his name on it. So yes, I would say he. I wouldn't say they. If it's got a guy's name attached to it, all right. Well, it's good to hear y'all's opinions. If it starts out as a team, then that's when it's a they. If it starts out as a person, that's when it's a he. I guess. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. You know, everybody's right to entitled to their own opinion, and I don't think any of us are right. I mean, it's just a matter of how you say it. It's all semantics. I don't think there's a line where if you go from saying a company automatically becomes they just because you OEM some knives. If you design the knives, I mean, that's just like people talking about that Best Tech is not an OEM. Everybody, if you, that's like saying a guy that builds houses isn't a builder because he hires subcontractors. He's still a builder and he still builds houses. Just because he finds crews to do different parts of building that house doesn't mean he's not a builder. So that's the same way I talk about Best Tech. They're still an OEM, even though they source out their stuff to different people. They figure out how to make the knives built. But like I said, we're all entitled to our own opinions. It was just something that came up that I hadn't even ever thought about. Yeah, Spyderco is a company that's not started, it wasn't named after one guy and one guy doing the designs. Yeah, Pete, that's true. You're talking right to the maker. You say you, but you is not he, and he is not they. Yeah, but ProTech isn't named after a guy either, Nick. I don't think his last name is ProTech. You're not gonna convince me, and I'm not gonna convince you. So it's just a question that however you say it is how you say it. Like, there's no convincing somebody which one's right. There is no right. It's just what we've grown to be comfortable with saying. And there's no point in like arguing about it, because like I said, you're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change your mind. We've figured out what we think, and we're going to say that regardless. I'm saying if it starts off being named after a person, then that's when I call it a he. If it starts off as a company, or even one guy trying to grow a company of lots of different, if he hires a bunch of different designers, and like a ProTech, I'm sure when he started that company, he wanted to find people to help him make some cool knives, so he started it as a company. He didn't start it as a maker. So I think anybody that starts a company as a maker, it's considered a he in my book. Even if they grow, just because they grow big enough to need help, doesn't make it go from a he to a they, in my opinion. If you start out with a Kaiser, or a Kubi, or a company name, then you're starting a company. I just catch myself saying, whenever it's named after a person, I catch myself saying he makes great knives instead of they make great knives. So it was just something that I thought about. And then Pete brought up the fact that he didn't want to offend somebody, which I would have never thought of. I would have said what I said, and if they got offended, they were taking it wrong. But Pete said he didn't want to like offend somebody by saying the wrong term. But I think if whatever you say, when you're talking straight to a guy at a booth, you're going to be saying you make great knives. So yeah, Ed, like I said, you're not going to convince me. Like, no point in arguing about it. I get it. He grew big enough that he needs some help. Like, I've said that. Like, I still think it's a he. I still think he makes great knives. And I'm going to continue to say that. Like, just because it's named after a guy who started the company. I get it. He's grown big enough that he needs help, and it's a team now. But that's what I was kind of asking, is when does it change? So if it's just one guy making knives, then it's a he. But once he gets big enough that he needs to hire a helper, then it becomes a they. So I guess once you hire one apprentice helper, you become a they. Or once you hire your wife to take care of the shipping for you, it becomes a they. But if it's just you doing everything, then you can call it a he. That's what I'm saying. There's no point in arguing in it because it's all semantics. Just because you hire your family to help you do it doesn't make it become a they, in my opinion. Like I said, it's my opinion. You don't have to agree, and I don't I don't fault you for thinking your opinion. We got some more stuff popping up. Oh, Scott said he found. Oh yeah, what do y'all think of Professor Hackett's sidekick that I created? His name is Nedge. Knife and edge combined. But here's a picture of Professor Hackett and Nedge. Nedge is made out of old knife scales and knife parts. And I'm getting better with the making the art, and pretty soon I'm gonna have a full animated series. Here's Nedge conceptually. But that almost looks like a hinderer on the table, the blue one. I don't know where what these knives are. They're imaginary knives. But that is my channel mascot's helper guy, sidekick. So when I make the animated series, I've got 2 characters now. And here's Scott said he found the Grand Canyon in Pennsylvania yesterday. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Too bad there's a car driving by. We got another link. TC said he would use these. Y'all can't see these after I click the link, so whoops. Hold on. These are these. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Good old Nintendo nostalgia. Yeah, Ed, so you like you think a robot made out of knife scales would be pretty cool? Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool idea too. Scott said it looks like he shit on the Hindi. Let's see. Let's go back and look at that because I didn't see that. Where did he do what did he do? Oh, it's got something on the end of it, like a. They all have like, yeah. There is something on that one blade right there. I don't know. I gotta tweak it. I want to get it to where he's made out of like known knife scales. Like, I'm going to try to tweak the picture to where the knife scales that are on him are from famous knives. So I'm going to try to do a little better. I'm just getting started with it, so I'm learning it, and I'm getting better daily. So hopefully I can improve and have these different textures. Have some of them anodized titanium with patterns on them like known knives. Like one of them look like a Cortex or something. Or before I finish the full rendition of him. But I've got the stuff. I'm getting it down a little bit. And it's looking better each day. Each time I mess with it. And once I learned how to use Sora. So, are y'all all familiar? Uh, are y'all familiar with the Sora technology? SORA. I know some of you are, but do you know that there are video AIs now that can pretty much you can use a text prompt to create a video scene with real AI. So Sora is the first evolution of text to video, and you can look at the prompts. So I want to show you some of these really quick. Some of the first ones they did were really cool. There's one of a girl walking down a street. So let me show y'all. I don't know if they have, but these are not real videos. All these people did was type in a text prompt and it creates these videos. So archival, so these are not, so I want to show you the text prompts, and I can't see, I don't see where that is. Sora features help center, Sora demo text prompts. So here's one of the first videos they probably made of it, and it should tell you the text prompts that they typed in. Alright, all these are generated from a text description, so hopefully they show you what the description is. Alright, so all this person did was type in, this close-up shot of a Victoria crowned pigeon showcases its striking blue plumage and red chest. Its crest is made of delicate lacy feathers while its eye is a striking red color. The bird's head is tilted slightly to the side, giving the impression of it looking regal or majestic. So that's all they typed in to create this video. Okay, young man, y'all can read it at the bottom. This is all they typed in to create this video. So this is inside of a coffee cup. But nobody drew any of these images except a computer. There is no storyboards, there are nothing. It's a text prompt that created the video. So once I get my characters made up good enough, I should be able to type in a whole scene that I want Professor Hackett and Nedge to do. And it should be able to generate it for me. There's one of a girl walking on a Japanese street that was really cool. One of the first ones they made. See if I can find it. But all they put in was like, yeah, it's right here. So here's all they put in for this one. Was a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm glowing neon and animated city signage. She wears a black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots. And carries a black purse. She wears sunglasses and red lipstick. None of these people are real. None of this scenery is real. Nobody did anything but type in that text. So, pretty wild what you can do nowadays. Pretty soon you're going to be able to create a movie idea and just say, hey, I want to watch a movie about so-and-so in this with these actors in it, and it's going to generate it for you on the fly. So it's getting pretty wild what you can do. And I used AI to help generate these characters. So I'm hoping to be able to do some animated videos soon. But instead, Ed wants me to create this robot so he can shoot pictures with it, which is a great idea. I need to find a toy manufacturer after I create the character, I guess. Oh. Alright. Good morning, Still Addicted. How's it going, buddy? How are you? I still love this thing. This might be my forever back pocket knife, except that it cut me last night. I'll have to make sure my wallet doesn't. Void Stomper, is that what the guy's name is? Let's take a look what Pete just sent. Oh yeah, there's a guy that does YouTube videos. Have y'all seen those weird YouTube videos of people walking through airports and they like change into yeah, this guy is one of those guys that does some weird stuff. Yeah, like I've seen some of these. There's some really weird videos. This is probably the same guy that does those ones in the airport that I'm talking about. Now that I look at his style. But he's also got ones where people are on America's Got Talent. Man, some of this stuff is wild. People have gotten really good with this stuff. I need to get better. Oh yeah, this one was weird. I've seen, like, I couldn't understand this. What was going on here? Like, this thing freaked me out. I don't know what's like going on. This is the same guy I'm talking about. He does a lot of videos, Pete, of people walking through airports. But all this stuff is just generated like by AI. Like, let me see if I'm trying to find the ones of the people. Like, here's one of the ones. But this isn't the good one that I was talking about. Like, these things like people are like walking past them and they turn their head to look, and it looks like they're, the way he puts them in the airport scenes, it really looks pretty wild. Yeah, I want to know, I need to do some research on what this guy's using. But I know his if you go to like YouTube and you type in let's see if I can find Guy Shocks audience on America's Got Talent. So he's got some ones, yeah, like these right here. So Old man shocks the judges. Like, this is another guy that does some weird stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of these weird America's Got Talent videos that use AI, and there's some. And the way they edit it in makes it look like. Pete's got one that's for us to look at. Let me turn off this one. Hold on. Yeah, pretty soon you're not going to be able to tell what's real and what's not. And I've been waiting on some murder case or something to happen where they show real video of somebody doing a crime that isn't real, and I'm sure that'll happen soon enough because they got voice technology, they got it all now. So what knives is everybody getting this week? What are y'all looking forward to? What are y'all, have you bought anything from the latest drops? You're waiting on to get delivered? Ed, what do you got coming in? Taking a break for a few days? The tariff talk has been crazy, and I mentioned, those stickers being $42 for a $30 set of stickers, but it's been going up on Reddit this morning. A lot of people are getting hit with those AliExpress taxes now. And they're showing crazy orders like with that 150% added on. I believe like the OK Knives guys stopped shipping right now. A lot of people have stopped. I'm really curious about that DH Gate order that I placed for that Kubi yesterday, and that Max Ace. Yeah, TC. People are. Bruce Willis was one of the first ones when he started going, getting whatever the thing he's got where he's losing. He sold off his rights to do that for his family. To be able to use his likeness, his AI likeness, and pay his family. 2 days left of Void Blades Works on Kickstarter. What is that, Pete? Oh, really? Yeah, that's that one. The Outland. Did you buy one, Pete? Because I thought it was a great USA made. I mean, the price on that thing, what was it, $79, $89? $75. One of 20 available. I need to get in on that. Oh, there's only one left. With a titanium bead. Let me see if I can become number 20 real quick. Shipping is $6. Continue to payment. Do I get to pick a color? Are they all blue? I don't guess I get to pick, huh? I believe I just got a code sent to my phone. Let me see. 79007. Alright. You gotta use a card, I guess. I've not done this in a long time, Kickstarter. They usually, I thought maybe I could use PayPal or something, but let's see. Month and date. Code. Zip code. Pledge. Alright. I got one. I got the last one, I guess. That'll be good for a video. You have 47 hours left to tell your friends. They met their goal, so that's cool. Says when it reaches its goal, I'll be actually charged on May 1st. Alright. That's cool. Just got one of those. What else? TC's doing a big concept reveal. I don't know what that means. Did you get a design? Did you design a knife and they're going to make it for you, or are you just going to unbox a bunch? I've been wanting to do one of these knife raffles, but they get finished. There's 29 slots left on this for $10 a slot. A Laconico Echo. That would be a good knife to get for $10. Knife raffle is pretty wild at some of the knives you can win. There's a Drunken for $5. Complete. That one's complete. I guess they say complete. They all get completed pretty quickly. Have any of y'all done the raffles? I think I'm getting a Tucson delivered today. I'm getting one of those pins. I think is going to be delivered sometime. I don't even remember which ones I bought on eBay. Let's see if I can find the links to see what's coming today. It's an M390 Tucson, so it can't be too bad. Can someone tell me why I like M390 blade steel so much? Why has M390 become my favorite blade steel? This is the knife I'm getting delivered today. Um, I'm getting this one delivered today. It's a TS 300. I got it for $82 and it's M390. And looks like a cool knife. It's got the blade shape that y'all know I like. And I mean, who can beat it for $82? It'll make a good unboxing. And I believe this pin is supposed to come in today also. This pin, I believe. And is it, what's the mechanism on it? What kind of ink? Oh, yeah, this is one of those ones that uses Bic ink, so you can replace it super easy. So that's cool. That'll be my first pen. Titanium pen. It's toothy. Is that why I like M390, Pete? I was curious. I was wondering why I like it. I think I like it because it's a super steel, and I like the company. I like Bowler for some reason. I know that's a stupid reason to like steel, but you know, got lots of stupid reasons behind why I do things. The other knife I have coming in is that gold one, but it's not gonna be here for a little while. It'll be another week or so before I get it. But it's that this one, the TS 440 and 14C 28N. Pretty cool knife too. Mystery pack? What is that? I mean, that's a pretty 1 in 100. So they're making $5,000 to sell 2 knives. Wow. No, they're making $10,000 because if you only have a 1 in 100 chance, that means, and they got 2 knives, and that means they sold 200 slots. So they sold 200 slots for $50 a piece, made $10,000, and are giving away 2 less than $1,000 knives. So they made $8,000, $8,500 on that deal. Yeah, raffles is the way to go. I did that math rather quick, huh? Yeah, they made 10 grand. 1 out of 100 odds for 2 knives is 200 slots. Wild. Raffles is the way to go. Mr. William got his Kershaw and his clone Spyderco yesterday. He sent me a message somewhere. I guess it was on Instagram, showing me a video where he had sharpened and put a 20-degree edge on the military Spyderco. Let me show y'all that video real quick. It's pretty cool. I like seeing the video. Here you go. Hold on just a second. Firefox. Boom. Wait, that ain't right. Discord mirror. Firefox.
Ooh, look at that shiny new edge. Ooh, so pretty.
Pete. But they're giving away 2 knives. So there's 200 slots. They're giving away 2. And you have a 1 in 100 chance of winning, so there's 200 slots total for the 2 knives. So that's 10 grand. Not 5 grand. That's what I was saying. They're giving away 1 integral and 1 blue label. And you have a 1 in 100 shot of winning. So there's 200 slots because they're giving away 2 knives. So they made $10,000. But you do still get random stuff if you don't win. That's cool. It says and 1. Yeah, it says 1 Chavez integral and 1 Chavez blue label. Yeah. Oh, it does say and. You're right, Pete. But it says receive A. So if it would have said both. It says receive A, 1 Chavez integral pocket knives and 1. I don't know. You might win both of them. You might win one of them. Either way, they're making a killing. 1 in 100 packs will contain an integral, and 1 of the 100 packs will include a blue label. Okay. So it is 200. Each pack will include $50 worth of items from our website. Knife, sharpener, patch, stickers, fire starter, multi-tool. Alright, so they're not making all the money. The orders will ship once all 100 pieces have been sold. Yeah, the Chavez Integral does look good. I agree, Sever7. Sever7, did you see... Were you here when I posted that link of those 2 knives that I... Oh, yeah, you said you loved the... I thought you would like that one, that Max Ace Peregrine 2. But I forgot to ask you, but you said something about it. But that's your style knife. So if I get that for 71 bucks, I'm going to let you know. And like I said, if I can get that for 71 bucks, seeing how much they go for on Knife Swap, if I got a bunch brand new in the box, I might buy 10 or 20 of them and get the price down. Oh, you have one? I didn't know you actually had one. Are we going to go over video stuff when the video's done this morning? Sever 7? I didn't wake up last night until I got up for work. That's why I didn't message you. But if you want to go over video stuff right after this video is done, we'll do it. I'm not going to go too much longer today. I didn't have anything to talk about, so I'm just kind of winging it. I usually try to research and do a little things for links to kind of keep the conversation going, but today I was kind of unprepared. I did talk to a bunch of people yesterday that wanted to buy a bunch of my clones. And my buddy that gave me that Maverick for free, they gave me the Maverick for free just for helping him out. He asked me to give him a list of the top 5 frame lock knives that I would get between $500 and $1,000. Yeah, Sever, we could tonight. Yeah, we can tonight. What are we waiting on? The knife nut? Oh, the one I bought off of Blade Binge. I don't know. I don't even know if I got a tracking number for that one. That guy was kind of like flaky, like on when he was going to ship it. So I'm not totally sure. But the haptic, all 3 of the Holt knives were knives I told that guy to get. The Morpheus, the haptic, and the Spectre. And I showed him versions of all 3 of them. There's one still for sale right now on the Holt website that's beautiful. Here, let me show y'all that one real quick. We go to my personal. He's asking about a Harsey right now. Oh, this is another one I gave him. I told him a Rask. Yes, TC, I've still got an extra Norseman for you, but I hadn't heard anything from you, so I'm just kind of holding on to it. I've got people wanting to buy it left and right, but I told them it's taken. I'm just kind of waiting for whenever you want to do it. But check out this Rask that I sent him a link to. Like, look how pretty of a knife that is. DLC, dragon scales. He asked me, that was one of my recommendations for a $500 to $1,000 knife. This one is actually a little higher than that. But man, is it pretty. And that DLC looks good. This one is actually $11.65, but one sold 6 days ago for $6.75 on Knife Swap. So he'll be probably getting it through Knife Swap. So I showed him that one. I'll go to that link in just a second, Pete. And the other pictures I showed him, I don't even know if this one will pop up, but this is a haptic. Nope. Hold on. I'm going to have to do it a different way. I'll show you the 3 knives I sent him. And tell me if y'all like them. I'm a big fan of Holt knives. But these are the 3 I sent him. Hold on just a second. So there's one of them. Here's the second one. So the first one was a Morpheus. Second one is a Spectre. And the third one is the Haptic. And I'd say the Haptic, I don't know, that particular Haptic right there is beautiful. And it's a smaller knife. Like, a lot of y'all would love that knife. And then the other one I sent him was that Rask. Let me check out the link to that knife that I bought that I forgot about. Oh, not the oh, that's a great price on that Maverick, huh? I thought you were sending me a link to the one I bought, Pete. What did I buy? Knife nuts? Will it still show up? Let me find the... Whoops, sorry. Let me find the one I bought. Because I don't know if he shipped. I mean, I guess he shipped it. Account, purchases, awaiting carrier scan. He still hasn't shipped it. Oh wait, maybe he has. No. Well, hold on. UPS. Wow. He still hasn't shipped it. Pete. Label created. UPS doesn't have possession of the package yet. But here's the one I bought. Knife Nuts Edition. Progeny. It's got M390, so we're all good. It's got a hand scratched number in it. 8 of 30. Pretty cool looking little knife though. What's crazy is that listing is still up, but you can't get to it. Like, this listing is, I'm not logged in at all. I just copied the link from my browser where I am logged in, but that link is still live. If you know how to get to it. Like, it's one of those weird, like, hidden, but if I type this in the search bar up here, it won't come up. But yet that link, I'm not logged in, as you can see over here. I gotta hit log in. But I just copied the link over from my I always keep a browser window open with my actual real stuff over in another browser that y'all can't see, so I don't ever mess up. But so I can copy links back and forth. Did you buy that one from Freddie Sever 7? Did you see the Unkovsky he posted in the buy, sell, and trade on the Discord? I was meaning to ask you that. So did you go to did you see that one right there for 600? Oh, Pete, yeah. I don't like how they have the links, like, but they don't keep them up after they're sold. That's why I love them knives, because they do keep the links up and just put a sold over it. I'm messaging this guy right now, like what in the world? Like, why have you not shipped my knife yet? He said he was going to drop it off Sunday. I just sent him a message that says, uh, Fred's compadre. What are we, which one? Which one are we looking at? Oh, yeah, the reverse tux. I want his Spy My 2, but I checked the prices and Knife Swap. I like that Giant Mouse GM11 too. You can get them for like $150 on Knife Swap for the Spy My 2, so I would hate to. I don't want to offer him anything close to that. And somebody will buy it for that. I mean, somebody that doesn't know how to find the ultra best deals ever. Like, I love that Bestech too. That Bestech Taipan, one of my favorites. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure his prices are what he paid, you know. So they are what they are. I mean, different strokes for different folks. They're made for somebody else to buy, I guess. Then, Sever. This haptic, these Holt haptics, man, are great little knives. I'm telling you, the hand satin on these and the size of these would be perfect for a lot of y'all, because I can barely get 4 fingers on it, but y'all would be able to get 4 fingers. Pete, this might be one you need to look into for size wise. I think it would be a great size for you, because my 4 fingers want to slip off of it a little bit. You can tell it's a littler knife, but I think it's a great size for a lot of people. The Tucson on the table is the $72 TS 576 in K110. Beautiful, beautiful blade. Panarin Designs, I think. Yeah, it's $1,000 too, so that's equal. I guess TC's talking about the mini Wii Brian Brown Trogon, the micro Trogon. That would be another good one for y'all, but that's a pricey knife too. Beautiful knife, nonetheless. I love my Trogon. It's White Mountain Knives, Sever 7. Just go to White Mountain Knives and type TS5, whatever I said, 76. Yeah, TS576. Just type that at the type of White Mountain Knives. Yeah, I remember you said you had a buddy who had one, but did you talk him down in price a little bit? That's a beautiful knife, though. Brian Brown did a great job on those knives. I like my I guess the original, I don't know, is the original too big for a lot of people or something? Like, is that why a lot of people wanted a mini version? I'm not totally sure why they keep making mini versions of knives that I don't think are too big. Oh yeah, that one just has a 2.6 inch blade, huh? That is pretty small. Oh, that's awesome, Pete. Yeah, I don't think this is a big knife. I mean, my 4 fingers barely fit on it. So I don't know why they would make a mini version, but they did. Same micro milling, same holes on it. Yeah, the Trogon is a great knife. But like I said, why do they need a mini? Like, look, my fingers don't like... It's not that big of a knife. Like, it's really not. I mean, look at it next to these right here. It's still a small knife. And that's the full-size one. I guess a lot of people just like smaller knives. Be Shady? Yeah, I've got to get an Excalibur just because they're integrals. Right? The Excalibur is integral, right? And I would love a stonewashed one. So if you get tired of that knife, let me get it from you for a great price. I'm just joking. But yeah, but that's not a big knife, Be Shady. Look at it next to all these other ones. All these other 4. Like, why do you need a smaller version of this knife? It's barely bigger than the Haptic, which I consider a small knife. That's why I get confused sometimes when they make small knives out of knives that are already not huge. I mean, I totally understand. Like, if they were to take this knife and say, let's make a mini version of this, then that would make sense to me. Or like, you know, like let's make a mini solid. You know, like a mini solid would be a great choice. But a mini knife that's already a mini is a micro. I guess that's why they called it a micro. Did they really call... Am I talking about a mini that's really a micro? Yeah, it is a micro. So I'm talking shit about a knife that's already labeled correctly. It is a micro. It's not a mini. Way to be honest about it, Pete. I appreciate that. So it's a micro. So all that I just said was stupid. But such is life. Yeah, that picture of that pivot screw looked like it was broken. It looked like I thought you broke the pivot screw. They just cut a long one down and made a smaller one. Cool knife though. Trogon. This is one of those cases where Jufull, like those Chinese manufacturers, they really love their bearings and drop shut. Because I've got this pivot absolutely as tight as I can get it, and I can't get the blade to not drop shut. Like, it's got a big blade on it, but there's nothing you can do other than tightening. I could tighten the lock bar on it maybe, get it to stop from falling, but it just falls. It'll cut you. Like, it's one of those ones that'll cut you. A lot of the Chinese manufacturers, they just love their bearings. They don't like washers. But the action on that thing is sweet. And man, I got this one. I can't believe the difference in this knife after I tuned it. I mean, it was literally making my non-nerve having thumb hurt, like right there when I was trying to open it in that video. And now it just perfect. Great little $72 knife. If y'all want a full titanium frame lock that you can use and not be afraid to use, get one of these. K110 steel. Great clean lines. $72 on White Mountain Knives. Harpoon. Nice feel. Oh yeah, the clip works great on this one. This clip is great too. This is a standard like Hinderer design clip, and these Hinderer clips, like, they go in smooth. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end this one today. I got to plant some plants outside. I went to this. Got some plants to plant. Some yard work. So I got to get that done before I go to bed today, before it gets too hot. It was 85 here yesterday. It's super sunny. I could have got sunburned if I'd have been out there. It's my fair complexion. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to get off here soon. It's been fun. Thanks for giving me stuff to look at, because I wasn't prepared this morning very much. I'll do better tomorrow. Pete, I hope yours comes as bad as mine did, so you got to do some work to get it right. And I know I'm wishing bad stuff on you, but it is what it is. Evidently, I'm the only one that gets knives like this, because Ed said his saber tooth came in fine, and mine, I couldn't push it over with my thumb to save my life. Like, it didn't want to shut right. Nothing about it was working right. Now it's good. Be Shady. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll be here again tomorrow. I'll have more to talk about in a neighborhood just like you. Anyway, yes, Sever 7, I can give you a few minutes right when we get done. Like right now. Hit me up on the Discord and we'll start from there. Because I think you can just share your screen on the Discord and we can do it right there. Alright guys, have a great Tuesday. Oh, I love the sea otter. Sea otter is one of my, and the Rosalinda are two of my must-have. Alright, Sever 7. Alright, guys. Oh, forgot about something. I can't end the video on the camera screen. I got to end it with my logo screen and my email. So anybody still here? That's pretty funny. I've never started streaming again once I stopped. But I did this morning. Until I end the broadcast, it's still going. Scott, have a good one, bro. Somebody's hitting me up. Oh yeah, TC. Oh cool, TC. Thank you for that. Sneak attack. Yeah, I came back. I had to end it with the right screen, so. Anyway, guys, I'm